Hello, it's Weekly Talks again, and today we're going to be talking about something really important. Our last video, we talked about taking a break, and this video, we're gonna talk about how do we return, how do we get back? Because at the end of the day, this month's thematic is new beginnings, and when you begin something, you've committed yourself, you do some progress, you take a break. How do you decide on, okay, let's do it again? So, as I said in the last video, a part of that will be in the break. If it's a true break, it will make you want to do what you want to do. Which, if you follow the thematic of this video and channel, it will be you working on yourself deeply within, right? So you want to get back to doing that in whatever way you will do, right? Everybody's individual, everybody has different goals. um but there is one common way to do that, to get back at, continuing what you began practically, and that would be called stopping your mind and following your heart. And that's something that's really corny and cliche, I know. um but when you do it, you understand the deeper aspect of the saying. um, because in our day-to-day life, everything we do is because we think about micro tasks or just tasks as a whole, right? I think about, I don't know, throwing the trash, cleaning, doing laundry, so on, basic stuff, right? But these are tasks that are just like habits. Just do it and you don't really care. You may feel a little bit lazy, but that's fine, that's normal. But when you do something that really makes you look with deep inside within you, you maybe even see some of your demons, some things that feels heavy as a topic emotionally. um you don't really want to return because we already talked about fear, about how outside of your comfort zone is. And when you take a break, even if it's a true real break, um you feel good with yourself, which means that unconsciously you close your comfort zone back and you practically need to begin again. Although, you know, it's a little bit different because you're continuing it this time. So imagine if you needed to get out of your comfort zone in the first time of beginning something. You wouldn't have like any path, a guide, but this time you would have a clear path going to where you were outside of your comfort zone, and you would continue from there. And this is mentally the work a person needs to do to, get back at what they were doing, is exactly to tell yourself, hey, I actually already have progress. I have this path built, with cement. I don't need to step in the mud. Just need to get back and continue from there. I don't need to lose my focus or attention otherwhere, because a lot of people think they need to start entirely again. And that's where a person really gets lost. And that's why most people, after taking a break, they think, oh, I want to do something entirely different now, right? And that's respectable. It's your life, you can do it, and you always find something there. But if you're really committed to what was, what you began, um, you just need to turn off your brain, turn off the overthinking, the thoughts of, okay, there's so many things going on around, right? And just do what your heart says, because it's corny, your heart knows best. But it's rather that your heart, is we connect that with the emotions, and the emotions of a person are really important because they are your fuel. And this is the only way you reach back that path, is the fuel. Because Usually we think that we need our brain to guide us, but we already have a path that guides us, the thing we already built. We just need to continue it. And to continue it, we don't need guidance anymore. We just need fuel, which is our emotions. And this is practically how we get back at what we're doing, getting back after a break, right? And now the left piece would be, okay, I have all of these emotions. And what if I just feel lazy, right? And that would be you figuring out how you really feel. Because figuring out how you really feel helps you guide your emotions. And that's not exactly the brain, but that's your soul. If you believe in that, it can be something else if you believe in something else, but it will be a part of you saying hey to your emotions around that, your emotions themselves. I mean, like, hey, go to there, because even if you don't exactly feel it, you find something really nice, within fulfilling afterwards, after you build that part, that path part of yourself that gives you clarity, peace, and fulfillment. So, yeah, in a nutshell, that would be you getting back from a break. And it's not easy, it's really tricky because you think that you go on a break, you're free, you're safe, and then you see that you need to put in some even more work, continuing the work you've done. But it is really important to take a break because that gives you the unconsciously the ability to regain, recharge these emotions, and then you just need to get back. And you believe me, you think that these emotions will go away or will be drained up so easily. No, because you took a well rested break, good break, right? A true one that gave you some clarity, gave you some, it can be meditation, it can be anything, it depends on the person, but it gave you that rest, that now your emotions are not only the fuel, but they're also the factor that pushes you forward. And if before it was, a kilometer or a mile, whatever you use, now it's twice as that, just because you took a break. And that's the power of a break, and that's why you do it, and then you get back. And getting back is, you know it can be challenging, but if you, as I said, stop your brain, reflect on your emotions and just do it, it can be really easy and fast, and it will be so rewarding doing it that way. But mostly it's important how you feel. So make sure, you feel good, that you're ready with, done with the break, ready, done. Because if you're not, nothing really stops you from, really taking a break. If it needs to be extra 10 minutes, make it an extra 10 minutes, Nothing is set. It's your own time and you decide how to spend that time. So, yeah, that would be the video for today. Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. If you like what I do, you can drop a like, you can subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, take what you want. I'm here to guide you the best I can, but this is my opinions, my views, so feel free to comment down in the comment section. And yeah, that will be for today. Bye.